We are having too much fun already here on Psychic Talk. Hey, welcome to the cafe. Come on in, get your latte, get your caramel macchiato, get your tea. That's right. Oh, background noise. Anyway, I'm here with Michelle today, so you know it's going to be
Hi,
fun.
everybody.
Yeah. And it's a Monday. It's a Monday. So we're drinking our coffee here. Pull up a chair and grab your tea, grab your caramel macchiato, and let's talk tarot and numerology and psychic development and the law of attraction and life and how it all works, right? And also, we're the official broadcast of the Tarot Guild. So if you have any questions about joining the guild, and by the way, it's called Tarot Guild, but it's open to everybody. So like if you're an astrologer, or a psychic medium, that's psychic. Oh, I'm an animal communicator. Uh Whatever, you can join the guild. I actually have been dropping tarot lately. I've been going the guild. So, people feel more comfortable joining the guild. And you can join as a professional, or maybe you're wanting to become a professional, and we'll help you building your business. We'll bring you here on the shows. We'll get you on to all the places that we advertise. We'll get you onto YouTube and Blog Talk Radio and everything like that as well. And right now, I've got that New Year's sale still going on for maybe about another week, something like that before it goes away. It's like one payment of $78, and you can join, and you'll get my course, Tarot by the Numbers, if you need a course. So it's numerology and tarot, and it's a $297 course, free. And also, if you're gonna become a professional and you want to get certified by the guild, it's normally two payments of $67 or one payment of 124, I think. Uh, it's free. It's all included with our lifetime membership, like Michelle here got, right, Michelle?
I did. And
Yep,
I did the courses. Yep.
signed up for life. It's right here down here. It's scrolling by now. And also 50% off my reading. So if you want to have a coaching session with me, maybe talk about your tarot business, your spiritual business, just go to the same New Year's page, scroll down a little bit. It's $50 off. It's $49.99. So there you see it, psychic.cafe/New Year. So it's $49.99 instead of $99.99. Yeah. $99.99. Yeah. Ooh, tongue twister. Yeah, you can get a reading, of course, about, all your personal stuff and everything like that, but also I specialize helping spiritual entrepreneurs, so business coaching, life coaching as well. Hey, give us a call, scrolling by right now, 714-816-4628. You can call in. We're simulcasting on Blog Talk Radio. We're also live video streaming on YouTube, so you can come over and jump in the YouTube with us. And I made up a URL. Oh, damn. I don't think I put it where I could pop it up here yet, Michelle. But here, let me.
Yeah, I don't see. Oh, there it is.
Okay, so that's the cafe. Okay, so what you do is you do psychic.cafe, but then do /YouTube, and it'll take you right over to the YouTube channel. So I did that to make it a little easier, because on the shows, especially people listening on radio, and we're trying to like describe a URL, and we're going, yeah, you want to do youtube.com/ and then the @ and then psychic talk, I thought, hey, let me make something a little easier. So it's psychic.cafe/YouTube. And
Nice.
the new website is so new that I don't even really have like all the social media links and everything up there yet. So, what I need to do is, in addition to that link that I made to make it easier, I want to get some of the social media links, especially YouTube, up there so they can just go to psychic.cafe, and there, first thing they see is the YouTube button. They can just click and come over here to the channel. Yes, we have like I hold on. I'm gonna that didn't work. I'm gonna do it myself. Psychic.cafe/YouTube. And yeah, it takes us right over here because I wanted to check. Oh, 570 videos we have on the channel, folks. That's right.
Nice.
Yep. We also have 401 subscribers. We broke 400 finally. Yay. Yes. I'm excited about that. So if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel and like this video. It really, really helps us. You know, they dropped it down to where you only need 500 subscribers instead of 1,000 to get to like at least to the first levels of monetization, where in the chat you can do like super chats and all that kind of stuff like that. So we're almost to 500. We need to get a lot more watch views though to get there, and then we'll get some of that. But I think some of the advertising royalty, you still have to get like 1,000 subscribers and like 4,000 watch time, but it's only 3,000 watch time hours and 500 to get started in the monetization. And that also turns on some other things as well on your YouTube channels. So that's all new for 2024. And who knows, we might hit it this year finally, after 1 billion years on YouTube, you know. Wow. So if you are listening on our radio, or maybe, you know, you're dialed in, if you want to see Michelle and I come over to the YouTube channel, psychic.cafe/YouTube. And, you know, you can also search it on YouTube @Psychic Talk. You'll find us. And you'll see I'm on there right now. And the current live, it says live in the bottom corner there. So, you know, just click on that and you'll be able to get into the chat room with us. And here in the chat room, I see, oh, Catherine's with us.
Catherine.
You know, a lot of people have never made it, except their show. They've never made it into other people's shows. And I noticed that Maria Moss from The Angelic View on every other Sunday, she's been popping in here fairly regularly now, you know. And Catherine, so good to see you. Why do you have a little wrench next to your name? I don't understand what the wrench is for. Oh, I guess you click on that and you can do stuff to Catherine. What can we do to Catherine? Let's see. We can put her in timeout. We can add her as a moderator. Here, I'll add her as a moderator.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah, well, you know, Michelle is set up on our channel like you are now and can upload videos. She uploaded her first video today. And of course, we have the show, so I don't have time to look at it right now, but I'm going to go and check it out. It's unlisted right now, but I'm going to go and, you know, put a thumbnail on it, you know, image, and get everything in the description, honky dory and everything. And it's her wrap up video from her January series of shows. Yeah, she couldn't do the show last Friday, so she made a wrap up video.
Nice.
Pre-recorded, and she uploaded it to the channel already. So we're going to get that all set up after this show, this live show, and then I'm going to promote that out. So be looking for that, the wrap up of the January series of shows. And there's let's see, Nika and Krista. Oh, that's Christiana. Hi, Christiana.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, one of our regular callers. You know, she called yesterday, the day before.
Yep. Yeah. I try to listen in on other shows. I learned so much listening to the other hosts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like, I had the show with Ellie and we were dropping knowledge bombs left and right. Yes. I had the show with Pamela yesterday. Just all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's so worth it. I know a lot of people, it's like, well, it's alive and people getting mini readings and, you know, I don't want to listen through all of that. Well, guess what? There's a lot of cool stuff that come
Mm-hmm.
out on these shows. And by the way, I've been saving all the shows. They're all there on my desktop. And I'm like looking at, there's got to be like a billion megabytes of, videos sitting there on my, because I need to go through them. And what I want to do is some of these knowledge bombs, I want to pull out like 5-minute video clips and 8-minute video clips and 2-minute video clips and pop them up on our channel. Because I
Yeah.
mean, we've been talking about all kinds of stuff like psychic accuracy and talking about, how readings work and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
what you really can and cannot do in a reading, what an outcome really is, all that kind of stuff. And just general law of attraction stuff came out
Right.
yesterday. What else?
Destination versus
Oh,
journey.
so a couple shows ago, I channeled my very first goddess.
That's
Isis
right.
came
I was with
through.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to make
Yeah.
that into a little video. Another thing about these little clips is they're not dated like the lives are. The lives are like, oh, this was our live on Saturday. This was our live on Monday.
Oh,
These clips, I could pull them out and pop them up whenever, and they
that's
won't be
right.
dated. Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
a ton of work. Oh my God, it is so because you have to scrub through and find it first. Then you've got to
Mm-hmm.
take it out. You got to make it into its own video, render it, do a thumbnail for it. Oh my God, it's
Oh
gonna
my
be,
goodness.
yeah. So these really cool snippets that I'm finding, it's gonna be like 6 months from now before they all get out because it is so much work. Ah, so just like Catherine and Charlotte's in there,
Hi,
Christiana,
Charlotte.
Nika, everybody in the chat, you guys can put in a request for a mini reading in there. You can say, hey, pull a card for me, please, something like that. Would you please pull a card for me? If you want something general, if you have a very specific question, type in 1 or 2 lines, try to make it concise, type in 1 or 2 lines of what you want to ask, and Michelle and I will pull cards for you. There's no list. We take them in the order that they come in the chat itself. Now that may change in the future, and Charlotte and Michelle, when you're in there, and Catherine and Maria can all be our moderators and maybe start, like writing down the questions and stuff like I'm thinking if we ever get to where we've got, say, 50 people watching or 100 people watching and the chat's going like this,
Mm-hmm.
but right now we can just go back up a little bit and scroll down and see what your question is. And so there's no list to get on. Just go ahead and put it in the chat and we'll get to your question. Now, you can also call into the show. So if you're watching us on YouTube, you can get in on the the radio side of things and call into the show 714-816-4628. If you didn't jot that down, it'll scroll by right here. If you're watching on YouTube here, the call-in number, here it is, 714-816. I want to go like this, 816-4628. And when you get through on your dial pad, push 1 because that moves you up into the
Mm-hmm.
caller queue, and it's in the order that you called it in that we take calls. So before we do that, Soul is in there too. Hi, Soul. SOL. Sandoval. Um, Welcome to the show. I love all the regulars we're starting to get, and then the new people
Mm-hmm.
pop in. And we got a couple of callers. We'll be going to the calls in just a second. Want to do the numerology today real quick. It's the 29th. So 2 plus 9 is 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. So it's a 2-day. And actually, the entire date also reduces to a 2, which is a strange little thing that's happening here in the beginning of 2024. I did some testing. I don't think it's going to happen in March, but parts of, or maybe all of February and all of January, the day reduces to the same number that the entire date, with January. So 1/29/2024, all reduces down to the same number. It's weird. It almost never happens. So 2 is relationships, and a card of the day, I got the 2 of cups. So like, that was, really neat. But before the final reduction, you remember I went 29, 2 plus 9 is 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. Well, 11 is the master illuminator number. So the 11th of the month and the 29th of the month are 2 days where the master number 11 shows up. And, you know, no biggie really, but it's an opportunity. It's, you know, the master illuminator number, you know, so it's a great opportunity to like teach something that you love or learn something new. Okay, just want to put that out there. But ultimately, that two energy, it's all about relationships. It can be, you know, romantic relationships, but it could also be things like business relationships, partnerships, relationships with your coworkers, your boss, but also your friends and your kids and your parents and yeah, siblings. So a lot of that going on today. And I got the heart of the matter card. Look at that. 9 of swords showing up. So for some people out there, this relationship stuff is keeping them up at night. I mean, literally, look, 3 of swords, the heartbreak card, you know, but it's all overthinking. Look at all those swords, thoughts and ideas, you know, too much overthinking. And you know, there's light at the end of the tunnel. I mentioned it, you know, this came up either yesterday or the day before, and I was talking about how this is typically, you know, like the anguish card and heartbreak, and sometimes it can be a love triangle, things like that. But I pointed out how it's not cups, which is emotions, it's actually swords. So the real key is the thoughts. You know, I like to say that when this shows up, there may have been heartbreak, something might have happened, even the love triangle thing. But the thing is that when this actually, by the time this card actually shows up, not always, but a lot of the time in these readings, it's already passed, and all that's left are the thoughts. Okay, and you know, again, thoughts, you know, keeping you up at night, nightmares. It's all in your head. Okay, so you need to get past that, because with the 2 cups, you know, either a new relationship for some of you is ready to come in, or you know, a current relationship that's, you know, been rocky or something is going to have some kind of resolution. And then I get the 9 of cups. So, you know, literally the wish come true card, right? But I want you to notice that I pulled all these cards, and it was the 9 of swords we started with, but we ended up with the 9 of cups, both 9 cards. So we talked about that a couple of days ago when we ended a cycle and started a new cycle of 9 days. And I was talking about letting go of things. And that's exactly what's going on here, and why we got 2 9 cards. It's like some of you have to let go of those things, you know, so that you can move forward and good things can happen and come to you. I don't know. Did you do a card of the day, Michelle, or anything?
And it's really interesting because I did, and I got, let's see if I can center that. I got the devil card.
Ooh, I love that
Which
card. The image.
this is a beautiful card. This is out of hand deck.
Out of hand. Oh.
Yeah, it's just a simple little deck.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I feel like this card is saying you are holding yourself back. You have something you were holding on to that you don't want to let go
I hear
of.
the kitty.
Oh yeah, he's mad at me.
Oh.
But there is something that you are holding on to that, not so much, maybe not an addiction, but something that you are carrying with you, whether that be the thoughts, the, as Dax was saying, holding on to
Mm.
those thoughts, and you have to break those chains. And only you are going to be able to break those chains because you were holding yourself back and you need to just release. And so that's what I'm seeing from this card.
Yes, the devil card, attachments. And that card just keeps coming up.
Attachments
Oh my God. That card just keeps coming up all throughout
all
January.
the time. Yes.
Yeah, it's like because we are still hanging on to things from 2023. We need to let go of it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's great advice. Oh, by the way, it fits perfectly in with my cards that I was getting and what I was talking about, like where with that nine energy that you got to let go of these attachments.
Right.
I call it stinking thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come
So here, I'm going to shuffle a little bit here. Do, 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 do. Ah, what else is going on? What else is going on? Oh, well, you can go over to psychic.cafe and click on groups, and you can join Michelle's new group. Tell them,
Yes, it is
tell them the
called
name of the group.
it is called Michelle's Mystic Corner, and I am going to be doing two live um, two live sessions a month to get started.
Uh-huh.
But in the meantime, I will be posting occasionally small videos and just different posts in the group. Maybe do different polls and different things of that nature. So, yeah, it is going to be fun and exciting. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, we were just talking about it, and basically, Michelle's Mystic Corner is going to be the title of her show too. So,
Yes.
yeah. So when she said, a couple sessions a month, what she's talking about is doing a custom show on Psychic Talk, and you're going to do it kind of like maybe we were talking about Saturdays, maybe
Hmm.
every other Saturday,
Right.
something like that. Yeah, and then I'll do a Psychic Talk show on the other Saturdays.
Right.
And we were talking that maybe the second Saturday and fourth Saturday of the month, or something along those lines.
Hmm.
So yeah, we're getting it set up now, and that group, which you can go join. You have to join the website first. It's free and easy. Go over to psychic.cafe and click on join, and click on groups, find Michelle's Mystic Corner and join her group, so you'll see all the shows that are coming in and everything.
And
And yeah, I mean,
it's
we should be going very
talking
soon.
it's talking tarot and anything spiritual matter, basically. um I believe, and
Or
I've been doing,
psychic.
or psychic, yes. um and my first topic I've been doing a lot of study on, I have a plant, a very specific little magical plant that I want to um talk about on my first two
A
shows, because
magical plant. That is so
yeah,
cool.
it is actually called the Rose of Jericho.
I've never heard anybody talk about a magical plant. So that's going to be a first, for Psychic Talk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Psychic
Yes.
Talk radio and YouTube shows, it's like, yeah, it's going to be
Hmm.
a
Yes.
first.
And then we'll go and answer some calls and do readings, and yes, it is going to be fantastic.
Sweet, sweet. Speaking of calls, we're going to pop over to the phone lines now. And this is a good time to call in 714-816-4628. Remember, if you don't get that, jot it down. It's always in the scroll below me here. And you can press the number one as soon as you get through, and that'll put you up in the caller queue. We know you want to be live on air with us. And we're going to go to, what is it? Area code 631. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from? 631.
Well, hi, I'm calling from Florida. I'm so used to saying Long Island, but
Yeah.
from Florida. And
And your
I really
name?
don't like it here, but it is what it is. Do you see me moving or meeting a man or getting a new job? Anything? It's
Oh,
like,
we'll see what pops up.
because Florida is more if you're retired and married, not if you have nothing and you're moving out here and trying to live on 12 to 17 an hour.
Yeah, like our Sunday host, the first and third Sundays, the Angelic View is Maria Moss, and her husband retired to Florida from Long Island.
Yes,
But
retired and married. Yes.
but they still go up to New York, and visit. They do the snowbird thing. What's your name,
Well,
hon?
I have no interest. Really, I can't afford that. You know what I
What's
mean?
your name,
I'm not
hon?
retired and married.
Yeah, exactly. What's your name?
Suzanne.
Suzanne. Okay, we need to get your name so I can get it into the thing here. And we always put the people's names on the phone line so we know which line is who. And the callers coming up, we don't have anything on yet, so we know that they're the next caller in the order there. So at the beginning of these calls, Michelle, I'm sitting there, I've got the box open to type in the person's name, and sometimes it's like pulling teeth. What is your name? I got to get it into the box. I have a system, So Michelle, you go first, pull some cards from Suzanne, see what's coming up, anything.
Okay, well, the first card I pulled is the death card. And on this
death,
card,
all right.
well, what I'm feeling from this card is he is actually holding an urn in his hand, which is telling me that you are definitely feeling trapped. And then the next card that I got is the Fool card, which I myself don't like the name Fool. I prefer the beginning.
Yeah.
So I see this more as the beginner. This is where you are going to start your new journey. So,
cool.
Cool. This is saying, yes, you are going to find something. But the next card is the Wheel of Fortune. Now, fate or your decisions, life has put you in the state that you were in, which is Florida. But you still have free will. So what you need to do is do some research, find the things that you like to do, because that is where you're going to find the people that are more like you. And that's where you'll be able to attract the people that are more like you. And you'll be able to start enjoying yourself as you put yourself out there and meet people. The next card, the last card that I drew, is the Ten of Swords, which there's a lot of pain in your mind. But if you just take that step and start taking those swords out, take those thoughts out of your mind one by one, the negative thoughts, and start filling those empty thoughts with positive thoughts of what you can do, who you can find, who you are. Give yourself more affirmations. Take away, I'm lonely, I can't find anybody I like, and start putting in, oh, I'm going to meet someone today that's going to be like me. And then as you start giving yourself more positivity, you're going to start seeing that positivity come to you. And that's what I'm seeing for you.
Awesome.
So I hope that helps.
I had to put her on hold because there was all this background noise. So what I'm seeing for her, you were talking about more relationships and stuff, and she asked about, whatever comes in, jobs, everything. I'm getting the job thing, and the Eight of Pentacles shows up, and the Ace of Pentacles. So a new opportunity is coming in really shortly here,
Oh.
Yeah. There may have been some squabbles or problems in the past. When the Five Swords comes up, I always say, do you want to be right? Or do you want to be happy? Okay. And you could get some advice from somebody else, that already has been through the ringer, and yeah. So some wisdom from the Hermit card coming through, and another hint about holding on to hope. The Star card shows up, and I think that what that's all dealing with is that I think she might be losing hope. You know, she feels, like you said, trapped in Florida and,
Mm-hmm.
you know, can't find the connections with, you know, like group of friends,
Right.
relationships, job wise, everything with her, everything. Yep. In fact, I think a little bit after I put her on hold here because we were getting background noise from her. By the way, folks, just a heads up, you know, we are a YouTube show live. We're also on radio, and on radio, audio is really important. So if you um, have the dogs in the back, or you're, you know, someone's in the kitchen behind you banging around the pots and pans and stuff like that, yeah, we're gonna have to mute your line temporarily. And but she disappeared off the phone lines here. I don't know how much of the readings
Hmm.
she heard. You know, some of our callers, I'm going to put this out as well. I mentioned this on shows before. You know, like some of our callers call in and they ask their question, but they don't really want to hear the answer. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And these are the same people that, like, they'll call into a dozen blog talk shows
Right.
and they're just waiting to hear what they want to hear.
Right.
Yeah.
Not what they know is going to be heard, but what they really want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, with the hermit showing up, I really think that she could get help that would help her with a lot of these areas she's having issues with. But I get the distinct feeling that, you know, she doesn't want to listen to the help, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we can't help you if you don't want to listen, you know.
Right.
That's how it works. Yeah. So we're gonna take another phone call here. Hey,
Right.
it's a quiet Monday, so if you're listening to us live, um, and you're wondering, should I call in? Oh, yes, you should call in because we're going to be able to get to you. So this
Mm-hmm.
is, you know, better than some of our shows that, you know, we have 15, 20, 25 people in the caller queue. When it's quiet, you know, this is the time to call in. See, we only
Mm-hmm.
just started doing shows every day, folks. And so people are still getting used to the fact that we're on the air every day now. So the beginning of the week, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, even Thursdays, you know, they're really good for getting through on the phone line. So
Right.
give us a call, 714-816-4628. 714-816-4628. Gonna jump into chat real quick here and see what's going on. Who else has come in? Jamie came in. Aisha, I think it is. Oh, she was on yesterday or the day before. So okay, she's asking about Salaman again. And does he love me, right? You might have
Mm.
remember her from the chat. Was it yesterday, I think? And she says, I've been coming many times, but no luck. My question's not taken. Actually, that is not true at all. We, Pamela and I did a reading on Aisha's question about Salaman. I think it was yesterday. It might have been the day before. I mean, the days are starting to run into each other because
Right.
we're doing shows every day now. But no, we did answer her question. And I remember her coming back in the chat and saying the same thing, that we did not answer her question. And she must have just missed it, stepped out of the room. I don't know. But yeah, I said we already did a reading on your question about Solomon. Now, I don't think Michelle, you weren't on the show with me. So, you know, if you want to pull some cards on Isa and Solomon, go right ahead. but we did answer her question. We did pull cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, that's just as you're pulling cards there, I'm just going to say, so, you got to pay attention. So there's two things. You call into the show. I love when they call in the show, and then when we get to their line, they're not there. It's like, you have to have patience and all. But I'm going to say something else, and that is that if you go over and buy us a cup of coffee, psychic.cafe/coffee, there's buttons. You can send us $10, send us $15, send us $20. Go over to psychic.cafe/coffee, send us a cup of coffee, and then you won't have to wait for us to pick up the phone line with you. And you won't, and in chat, you won't have to wait. We will do your question right then and there. So that is the way to do it. Okay. And it's, a lot cheaper than a private reading. So just go over to psychic.cafe/coffee and grab us a cup of coffee, and then let us know in the chat, hey, I went over and bought you a cup of coffee. Here's my question. Or if you're dialed into the show, let us know your area code and your first name, and we'll bring you right on. No waiting. We'll stop whatever we're doing. We just did the numerology of the day, the cards of the day. We will go, right to your phone line or right to your question in chat. Just go over and grab us a cup of coffee. It's very easy. Okay, what are you getting for Aisha?
Okay, so I got some pretty positive cards. I've got the Four of Swords, which to me says there is some communication that you need to do. Maybe you need to be talking to him, asking him, hey, what are your feelings? Is this relationship going to go anywhere? And then I got the Star card and the World card, which both are pretty good yes cards, and both show that this could be a very good relationship and that he very well might have pretty strong feelings for you. But again, you need to take that communication to him and make sure that your feelings for him are really where they need to be. So that's what I'm getting.
All righty. And let me check in here, because I saw Jamie had come in and said, hi, am I too late? No, this is the beginning of the show still. We're just getting going. I mean, yeah, we're 38 minutes in now, but when you came in, it was yeah. So see, I haven't heard. Nika came in like right at the beginning along with Christiana, and I haven't heard anything from Nika if they want to question us to answer question. But Jamie, you're not too late. Go ahead and type in your question. If you just want something general, type in, hi guys, please pull a card for me. If you have a very specific question, type it in, just one or two lines, try to condense it down, be very, very specific what you want to know. Okay. And let's see, what else am I getting here? Oh, Dan's popped in. Howdy, y'all. Pull a card for me, please. Pull a card for me. Dan wants us to pull a card.
Did you pull a card for Saul?
For Saul?
Yes.
Oh, I saw Saul come in.
He said, may I get a general read workplace?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I didn't see that because I was I just now went through the entire list and I didn't see well that
it's way up there.
That's the problem with no, I saw her come in and I said hello, but I didn't think she had, because she retracted a message. It says message retracted.
Oh, I don't see that one.
Oh yeah, see on mine, because I'm actually on the studio stream, so I see, yeah. So I scrolled down and I saw where she first came in, and I remember us saying hi to her, and then it said message retracted. I thought she retracted her question. I didn't see that she put in after that. So yeah, we'll pull one for her. Why don't you pull a card for Saul?
All right.
What's she asking about?
A general read for workplace.
Great. Okay, and I'll do Dan. Okay, so
All right.
I'm getting the Page of Swords for Dan. And you know, what's Dan's sign?
He's a Cancer.
Cancer. Okay. Yeah, I get along well with cancers. No, I was just wondering because like this is an air sign. This is like Gemini. This is like my card kind of thing.
Right.
And I mean it fits Dan. He's a total airhead, so it fits perfectly, right? I'm just kidding. That's Michelle's husband. Like, I really don't know him that well, but he strikes me as but it will be nice and say air signs. Okay. Multitasker.
Yes.
Yeah. Analytical about things. When I pulled this card, the first thing I got in my head was, I was looking at the sword, a single thought or idea. And whenever I see that, I'm like, okay, that's a single thing to go after. But notice he's not looking at the sword. That's the thing about the Page of Swords is, all the other court cards, they're looking at the item, whether it's the pentacle or the sword or the wand or whatever. And some of them are examining it, like the Page of Wands is like staring at their walking stick. He's looking away.
Right. Yeah.
And that's just like, typical Gemini. It's like, oh, new shiny object over there. So I feel like there's a new thing that Dan is supposed to do or wants to do. But sometimes maybe the shiny object syndrome is coming in, Dan, kind of thing. And so what it's going to require, okay, I get the Tower card. It's going to require a shift in foundations. You're going to have to go at this different than you've gone after some other goal or something. It's going to require a shift in foundations. So, I mean, that could be a lot of things. It could be, you remember when I said in the green room, I said, wow, getting this stuff all set up. I need to start waking up at 6 a.m.
Yep.
to get ready for these shows, now that we're on every day, right? It may be something like that. It may be like, get up an hour earlier to work on this new project or whatever this is, or work on it in a what was that?
That was my cat.
Oh, the cat. He wanted to come in for a visit.
He did.
Yeah. Oh shoot, now I forgot. What was the name of your cat?
That one is Giovanni.
Giovanni. Okay, I think it was the other cat that was hanging out with us. I don't think it was was it Giovanni? I don't know. No,
but, it was Vincenzo.
Vincenzo, yes. Vincenzo was visiting with us on our last show together. So yeah, a shift in foundation, the Tower card showing up doesn't necessarily mean that something drastic and horrible is going to happen. It just means you may have to shift around how you're doing things and give up the shiny object syndrome. You may actually have to put down the cell phone and stop, watching social media and playing Yahtzee or whatever weird thing. I don't know. I can't even think of it. What's the one that people play all the time on phones?
Royal Match or something like that.
That's one.
Yeah, Solitaire.
There's the candy one.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called.
I know there's a couple of them. I just don't play them anymore hardly.
Yeah. And I also got the High Priestess. So, Dan, get in touch with your higher self, with your intuition on things, your gut instincts on these things, with whatever this thing is. I don't even know what it is. Oh, wait. Didn't you guys ask? I think you were not on the air with me at the time, I don't think. and Dan asked about something. This is weeks back.
Yes,
That
he
you
asked
guys,
about the new path
the new
and
what?
a new path, a new
New path.
direction to add.
New path. Yeah. I don't know if it's related to that or not. This might be something completely new. Shuffling. Shuffling. Okay. So did you do souls yet?
I did, and
Okay.
I
I
got
just want to make sure we get everybody here. And Jamie has, I'm still waiting for Jamie. Oh, I'd like a reading. Should I call in? You can if you want, Jamie. It's 714-816-4628. And if you call in, you'll be the next caller after this one. We're going to 212 right now. Hello, caller 212. What's your name and where are you calling? 212.
Hi, Patrick from Kansas City.
Wow, we haven't gotten a Kansas City call. That's really cool. What's going on, Patrick?
Well, I'm happy about the Chiefs win. Did you watch that game?
No.
Oh,
Missed it.
They're going to the Super Bowl.
Congrats.
nice.
Yep, I know what you're gonna be. You're gonna be having fun. Yeah, the last few, like the last several Super Bowls, it's been like, yeah, I really don't care. Yeah, you know, I think the last time I cared about anything was the very last Seahawks one, and that was only because I used to live in Seattle. No skin in the game, like they used to say. No skin in the game. And then the rest of the longest time after that I've spent time in a city and had any connection was when I lived in San Diego and the Chargers, but they bailed, so I hate them now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't care about them either anymore.
Well, maybe you'll root for Kansas City then.
I used to deliver pizza during the games. In fact, I actually went to the Chargers stadium, to like literally, drop off pizza and stuff like that, and also everybody watching on TV, I'd be going to all their houses and dropping off pizza. And, this is going back decades, but it was fun. It was fun. Yeah, I spent 8 years in San Diego.
Wow.
Woo!
Wow.
So
what do you think of
besides
Mahomes,
Super Bowl,
the
what
Chiefs
else
quarterback?
Besides Super Bowl, what else do you want to chat about? Do you have a question for us?
Well, are you able to use your special powers to see if the Chiefs will in fact win the Super Bowl?
It's funny because I was going to do that either on the Saturday before or something like that. I was going to say, hey, Michelle, we should pull cards on the Super Bowl. And
Would you
see
do it now?
what comes up. Okay, let's see what comes up. Whoops, there we go. Okay. Ace of Wands. Oh, that's a good sign. Okay, so Four of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, the Sun card. Dun, 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 dun. And Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm getting, wow. 2 aces and the Sun card. I mean, that's looking really good for Kansas City. I gotta tell you.
Yeah.
This is looking really good. 4 Pentacles. It's something about holding on to the ball, and I'm not exactly sure why this is coming through, but either they're going to have trouble holding on to the ball or they're going to be really good at holding the ball. I don't know. One of those things. But you get this many aces and the Sun card. In fact, regardless of what other cards you get the Sun card, that's looking good. That's looking good.
Yeah.
And besides all of these cards, Michelle, look. Okay, so Page of Pentacles, right? 4 of Pentacles. What are they all doing?
They're all holding on and holding on.
They're all holding on to a football. It's like, that's what I'm seeing. Look, Page of Pentacles.
Yep. They're all holding on to
the
winning ball.
Queen of Pentacles, she's holding the Pentacles, like a baby there. I call that the mother card.
Pride and joy. Yes.
Yeah, the nurturer card, and she's loving that. She's holding on to the football. Yeah, so I got literally 4 cards where there's a football and the sun card. Wow.
Wow.
What did you get? I'm liking this. What'd you
I
get?
don't even know if I want to go after you.
You don't have to. You don't have to pull cards on it too.
Okay. I got the Emperor, which shows a contract. So interesting, because if you win, you do have to sign more contracts. And then I got the Two of Pentacles, which means if they win, they are going to have to fight tooth and nail against that other team to win. So they're going to have to really, really push. But then the last card I got is the King of Swords. So there is some victory there, because with the king, he is all about that authority and taking charge. And I see that he's in it for the fight. So I see positivity. I see this team winning, but they are going to have to fight hard to get it. So
awesome.
If anybody will do that, it's the Chiefs.
Ooh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is looking good. I actually laid my cards back out and took a picture of it while Michelle was talking, because I'm going to hold on to that and see what happens, because that's a great group of cards to get, and they're all holding on to footballs. I'm just loving that.
I love that.
Wow.
Yeah, because you could, what's the chances of getting that many Pentacle cards? It comes up, but it's rare because you have all the other suits. You got the major arcana. So you got 5 different types of cards to come in. And I got a whole crap load besides the sun card, which is major arcana. That's the only major that showed up. All the other ones are Pentacle cards, where it looks like they're holding on to football, especially the 4 Pentacles.
Yes.
I mean, he's like really holding on to that. It looks like, either right at a touchdown, or or after a tackle. But I'm getting the feeling that was referring to a touchdown. And this is another thing, is I kind of think there's going to be a lot. I think the score is going to be higher than in some previous games, is the feeling I'm getting looking at these cards. Anyway, but hey, thanks for a really cool question, Patrick.
Absolutely.
That was a lot of fun.
Could I get one more? Do you know who the Travis Kelce, the tight end from the Chiefs, do you know who he's dating?
I have no clue.
Nope.
Have no clue.
Taylor Swift.
Oh, I didn't know that. I have no
that's
clue.
right.
I have no clue. Don't pay attention to Taylor Swift, and I don't pay attention to individual people and individual teams, because I really just don't look that deeply into things, And and entertainment, I just don't. I mean, my God, I do not pay attention. If it's newer than, say, 10, 15 years ago, I don't really pay attention, And have you ever noticed that there's like way too many artists nowadays compared to when we were younger? It's like I can't keep up with it. Someone will pop on, and I don't watch much TV, but I'll be at someone else's house or something, and they're watching TV, and some famous rapper or something will pop on, and it's, oh, look, it's so and so, and I'm like, who?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't care less. And now Taylor Swift, of course, I know who Taylor Swift, but what I mean is that, like, a lot of them, I don't pay attention. I just don't pay attention. Anyway, we got to move on. We're rapidly.
Well, would you be able to tell if their relationship's going to last real quick?
No, we can't do another question, Patrick, because it's a strict one question per caller. So if you want to ask another question, you got to call in on another day or put it in the chat on another day, and we'd be happy to do that. Or someone else can ask that question for you. That's allowable. But yeah, we only do one question per person. Oh my God, we've got another 212 area code. Hey, caller, are you there?
Come on. You want me to turn it up now? You off the air?
Yeah, you can turn it. It might pick you up, man.
Okay.
Hello?
Okay. We're going to put you back on hold because we want you to get all set and ready there, because you were still getting all set and ready in the background. I love when that happens. You turn off the mic and they're like, I think that's radio 101. You call into a show, you make sure that you're in a quiet place, preferably like lock yourself in the extra bedroom, dog and cat, kids, husband, wife out there,
outside.
And get all ready and mute your microphone on your phone while you're waiting. And then when you hear us come on and say, hey, area code 212, you unmute the mic and you're ready to go. Just saying. Hey, what's going on in chat there? Because I think I saw Jay Francis come in.
Yeah.
Jay Francis is like, not a football crowd. I've never, team sports has never been my thing. I like individual competition. I'll watch the Olympics from beginning to end. I love the ceremonies too, but and other kinds of things. I was big into WWF, WWE back in the day, wrestling. Trying to think, gymnastics, trying to think of some other things. But well,
I missed that. I haven't seen that in a while.
Occasionally I'm watching NASCAR, if I'm at the Legion Post. That's mostly because I have a couple of friends that always put NASCAR on, and I'll watch that, and I know it more from the older days because my roommate was really big into Car 24. What was that, Jeff Gordon back then?
Yeah, I believe so.
In those days, yeah. I think he just had a huge crush on him. You walked into his bedroom and it was like someone threw up Jeff Gordon across the entire, endless Jeff Gordon memorabilia around the entire,
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. Anyway, but so, he made me sit down and watch NASCAR with him back in the day when we were roommates, but that's going back 20 years,
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I try to think of other stuff. But, in general, like the team sport thing, when I was a kid and I lived in Philly, we had all the famous Philly teams, So everything from the Phillies in Philly, Eagles and 76ers and that was different. It was really big. We had all these teams, a lot. Now that I'm on the West Coast, the Flyers, it out here, it's like, okay, there might be like one good team in one city and like they don't really have anything else, Phoenix might have two, basketball and football, and that's about it. And then we're in Tucson and we have to share Phoenix. We don't actually get our own football and basketball. Anyway, so it ruined that for me, and so I just haven't paid attention to it for forever. Yeah, I go watch the Super Bowl, but like we'll go out to a venue and we're watching. They're playing the Super Bowl inside, and out back we're have like all of these barbecues and we're like barbecuing food and all this stuff, and we'll go inside. We'll tell everybody, it's like, hey, when the commercials come on, come out and get us.
Right.
And so we go out on the back patio and we're eating up a storm and cooking up the steaks and the bratwurst and all this stuff like that, and then when the commercials come on, we run in, watch the commercials. What's the
Yes.
score? What's the score? Okay. And then we run back out and we don't
Yep.
watch the actual game at all. It's like we just come in for the commercials and the score, and that's it.
Yep.
Because we might have bet on the score, but that's it.
Yes.
It's like
Yes.
we really don't care. We don't want to watch, his tight end and what he's doing with his tight end.
Exactly.
That's a homosexual funny, Yeah, just saying. Yeah, we're more interested in the fashion, at the halftime. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I'm in for the halftime show. Forgot about that. Yeah, that's big.
That's right. Yes.
That's big. We're always looking for a wardrobe malfunction. Wardrobe malfunctions. Yes, that makes the Super Bowl exciting for us. Otherwise, it's kind of boring. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. I was looking to see if there was yeah, Jay Francis says football is bred in circuses. Exactly. Let them eat cake. Basically, just take their attention off like what's actually happening,
Right.
and let them, watch football and wrestling and basketball and all that stuff. Oh, thank you, Jay. So Jay says you have a great radio voice, Dax. I go, thank you very much.
Yes, you do.
That's so cool. Oh, and Catherine threw it in for me. I was dying. I couldn't remember what the heck I was talking about. Candy Crush. That's the one.
Candy Crush.
Yeah. So Dan, get off your Candy Crush for a minute and actually accomplish something. So Jamie, did you call in? I don't see, I'm trying to see if I missed any other questions. I don't see any other questions.
I don't see any other questions. I have Saul's reading here, but I don't see any other questions.
Yeah. You already did Saul's though, right?
No.
Okay,
no, we
go
didn't
ahead.
give it to him
Go through
first.
Saul's.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Saul's was a general reading about the workplace. So I'm not quite sure, but we got the Four of Cups. So what I'm getting off of this is that you're focusing on one, whether it's one job, one aspect of the job, but there's more out there. And I don't know if there's more jobs out there or if there's more opportunities in the job you're already in. But if you shift your emotions and your focus a little bit, there is more available to you than you know. And then the second card I got was the Knight of Wands. And he's holding his hat in his hand and he's really focusing on it. So you need to focus on what is going to benefit you, what is going to help you, what is going to give you that peace of mind, the peace of contentment. I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for. More of this is what I want. Not so much contentment, but this is what I want. And then the last card that I got is Judgment. Don't be too hard on yourself and look at this with what you have in mind for yourself, because you can be your own worst enemy or you can be your own best friend, and you really want to be your own best friend because you are the one that can push yourself forward. So that's what I got for you.
Awesome sauce. So I've just been shuffling up a storm here. Michelle, before we go back to the phone lines, I did want to mention some things coming up. Oh, yep, there's our tip jar again. Psychic.cafe/coffee and daily shows. So yeah. If there's not a scheduled show like we have the custom shows, Wisdom of the Soul, we've got the Angelic View the first and third Sundays with Maria. We've got Compassionate Light with Catherine Hahn. Magic Universe with Sharona is on winter break. We don't know if she's coming back or when she's coming back. Soon we're going to have Michelle's Mystic Corner. Yay! We're going to have Michelle's Mystic Corner, and on the other days when we don't have a show, I'm going to pop in and do a Psyche Talk show. So you can tune in every day, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. London, UK, and there'll be some show going on here. And all of them are going to be live videos streamed on YouTube, Radio Simulcast on Blog Talk Radio, all of them now. So it's really cool stuff going on. Do want to mention the New Year sale again. And you can just go over to psychic.cafe, our new website, our new community, and pin to the top of the page, it's the first or second post, you'll see this banner. And if you click on that, scroll down a little on the page, you'll see you can book a reading with me for 50% off, $49.99 instead of $99.99. And I do your numerology as well. And, life coaching, business coaching, anything you want to do for that session. I don't put a time limit on it. Typically, I can get most things answered in 20 minutes. Sometimes we go 30, even 40 minutes, but I don't really put a time limit on it. And then our 75% off our lifetime membership. So it's $297, 75% off, $78, a single payment of $78. Like Michelle joined us as a lifetime member. We have 40 some lifetime members, I think. Join us as a lifetime member. And on that new website I was just talking about, you'll be able to create your own groups. You will be able to do blog posts and post events that you have coming up and all that kind of functionality. It's exclusive to our premium members and lifetime members. So grab that while you can. Otherwise, after the sale, the lifetime membership's going on hiatus. I may drag it out for, I don't know, Black Friday or New Year's, maybe 2025. I don't know. But it's not going to be $78. It's going to be $297 at least. And I'm only going to bring it out on those special occasions. I might bring it out on my birthday for a day real quick, and then it goes away again. That's because we're, switching to subscription. We have annual subscription for the premium membership. We're going to add a monthly subscription, and that's what it's going to be, instead of, or rather, there won't be a lifetime membership, at least for quite a while. So go ahead and grab the New Year's sale. Oh, by the way, Catherine is starting a brand new series for February on our Compassionate Light show. And oh my God, it's actually a 3-month series, February, March, April. And each month will be, 4 or 5 shows about one particular area, mind, body, or soul. So that's coming up. It's going to be really cool. And Maria will be back with the Angelic View on Sunday, February 4th. Yes. So that's everything coming up. Let's see. We'll go back to the phone lines here. Who's been waiting the longest? Oh yeah, we can go back to that 212 call. Hey caller, what's going on? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
How are you?
Hiya.
This is Brock.
Brock?
This is Brock. I'm calling My name's Brock. I'm calling from San Francisco.
Oh, you're calling from San Francisco. Okay, cool. What's going on, Brock?
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, I love your show, and I agree. You do have a great radio voice. You are captivating. I love everything that you guys do. You're refreshing, and you're new, and you're different. And I got to tell you that I'm just a little disappointed and sad in that you said that the Kansas City Chiefs would win.
Oh, no, you're depressed about that, are you?
Yeah, I'm from San Francisco, and why would you think the Chiefs would win? Why wouldn't you back the good folks of San Francisco? Why do you say the Chiefs will win?
I lived many years in San Francisco, let me tell you. And if anything, I mean, yeah, I would be going for San Francisco, but I got no skin in the game. I'm just saying, this is what comes up in the cards. So we're just going to go with what comes up in the cards. Hey, we didn't pull any cards for San Francisco,
Nope.
We can do that too.
All right, you didn't pull any cards, but let me ask you this: you don't have to pull any cards. I just want you to use your brilliant intuition, which I respect. I love it. Just if you could take a deep breath, reach out to your spiritual guides, ask me, what do you see happening with San Francisco? What the hell's so funny?
The whole thing is funny, Brock.
No, it's not funny because we take a lot of pride in our team, and I love you and I love your show.
And I see that
what do you see going on?
I see that if they win this year, that they could take this and call it a win, and that is fantastic. And if they lose, they would call it a lesson, a learning lesson, and they can make themselves even better for the following year. Woo! And if they want to win, they have to really, really, really use their minds to really put a plan into action more than they would normally do. And they need to practice a little more than they would normally do, because they have to put not just 100% this year, they need to put in 150% this year. So they have to work harder if they want to win this year.
Gotcha.
That's what I see. This is a learning lesson for them, and they really need to pump it up this year.
Yeah, I think it's more the latter of working on it. Look, 8 of Pentacles.
Yep.
Yeah. I think it's more about afterwards working on the next one. The first card I pulled cards, and the first card I got was, look, the Hermit card.
The Hermit card.
Yep. And what I was instantly drawn to is when I looked at the card, very first thing I saw was his face. And look at that. Looking down like, oh shit.
Yep.
And then guess what I get?
The Devil card. He is popping up.
And then guess what I get? The Tower card. It's not looking too good for San Francisco. Anyway,
so,
we got
pump it up.
Oh, it's funny. I actually have a friend of mine that I used to sing with here in Tucson. His name was Brock, and he lived in San Francisco. Very interesting. Yeah. Haven't heard that name in a long time.
Yeah.
Let's see who's been waiting the longest here. It looks like see. Let me check the chat again. Oh, Catherine says, I saw a little of the game yesterday with the 49ers because my boys, and they had a huge comeback. Oh, cool. That's good. And Catherine said soul, mind, body. Yeah, that's what I said, Catherine. Mind, body, soul. Let's see. And she's talking to Jay Francis and says it was a very intense one. And watch it as a Lions fan.
Ah.
The Lions made me happy, then sad.
Oh, it's not mind, body, soul. It's soul, mind, body, she says.
Mm-hmm.
You have to say it in the right order.
Oh, I really don't think it matters, what order we say it in, mind, body, soul, body, mind, soul, soul, body, mind, soul, mind, body, whatever the order is, it's the same three things. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I think people make too much out of some things.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like sports, it's like you guys remember it's a game, right? You remember it's a game. Yeah. It has nothing to do with the price of oil, that's why I was laughing, and other reasons too. I'll tell you off air about some things, Michelle.
Yeah, I thought I'd just jump in there and
Yeah. Jay Francis said, I hope they aren't rebroadcasting this on some YouTube channel.
She asked if we were being punked.
Are you being punked? Are you being punked? I don't know. It's like
maybe.
Well, it's like it would be very, very strange and nearly impossible out of the millions of calls, possibility and the randomness to get someone to call in from Kansas City and someone to call in from, the very next call.
Right.
From San Francisco. And especially because the area code is neither.
Right.
Both of them had the exact same area code. And it's a 212 New York area code. It's not even Kansas City or San Francisco.
Oh, goodness.
Yes. Yeah. So, that happens. Of course, we've been on air for 14 years. This network alone, we just passed 1,000 shows. And if we take in all the shows over the last 14 years, probably 4,000 at least shows that we've done.
Mm-hmm.
And in that entire time, we've got callers trying to punk us or be funny or whatever twice maybe.
Oh, wow.
Ever out of all of that. So yeah, you got to expect that eventually you're going to get some crazy. Yeah. What I'm trying to figure out is why Charlotte's and Catherine okay, Charlotte's finally
they're moderators. No.
But I changed yours too, but it hasn't changed yet. Maybe you haven't accepted.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what it is. Well, Catherine's was showing the wrench icon before I made her a moderator, though. And then when I made Charlotte a moderator, then it showed up. And I thought that the reason the wrench showed up was because I this morning made Catherine a contributor to the channel so she could upload her videos directly without having to send them to me and then have me upload them to the Psychic Talk channel. But for some reason, you're a moderator. I made you a moderator a while back, and you're not showing up that way. So you need to go into your thingy.
She says she is a collaborator.
Collaborator. Yeah, same thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant. A collaborator. Basically, that's technically it's actually called an editor or a collaborating editor. Like I made her,
Oh.
I made her an editor. But remember, you've already uploaded videos to the channel, and I made you a collaborator too.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I'm not getting the wrench and the blue name on yours. Maybe you need to refresh or sign in, sign back out, sign in again. I don't know. Oh, Charlotte said that she logged out and came back in due to the phone calls. Maybe that's why mine showed up. Yeah, I think it has to do with that. It's like going out of the channel, signing out, signing back in, coming back in.
No.
Yeah, and that way I can also make you a moderator as well. And I want to do that for like all of our hosts on here, because Charlotte's going to start hosting again, and we'll get all of our other hosts in here too. Let's see what else is going on here. Hey, Francis said those New York punkers. Put them on the list, she said. That's very good, Dax. The stats are in your favor. Yes, we have very good stats. And on our channel, let me see if I can bring this up real quick. I said we're over 1,000. We're actually at 1,006 shows.
Oh.
But we're also at 220,000 listens. And I knew something was up when I think it was the one caller. I think it was Brock said, I love your show and something new and fresh. And it's like, no, actually, we've been here 14 years and 220,000 listens to our, yeah, we're not new. We've been around for quite a while. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I knew something was up. And also, somebody that, yeah, we don't get too many people jumping in and, how much they love our show. Especially when they're brand new and they haven't listened to our show. So yeah. Anyway, that's some crazy stuff. So we might have time for like another call here, perhaps. And but I didn't see any more questions in the chat.
No, I didn't either.
Yep. Okay, looks like who's been waiting the longest? Area code 604. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from? 604.
Hi, it's Charlene, and I'm calling from Abbotsford in British Columbia.
Oh, wow.
Canada.
That's great. We're international now. We got a call from that far off distant land, Canada, way up north.
Hey,
where the moose are.
So I'm really I'm less than 10 miles away from the border of the United States. Very close.
Yeah, so you're like,
but it's still definitely moving.
So you're actually like a U.S. You're an American light, because you're right on the other side of the border.
There we be. Sure, good call.
Or all of us down here, we're Canada light. Yeah. Canada light. Yeah. Well, see, they have to be nice though, because Canadians are nice. What do you want to chat about, Charlene?
Yeah, there's so much I can talk about. Really though,
as long as it's not the Kansas City Chiefs and football, we're good. Okay. Talk about hockey. If you want to talk about hockey up in Canada.
The only thing I know about football is I love the outfits the guys get to wear. Sorry.
Well, that's why they call them tight ends.
About football.
That's right.
Besides, they've got really cute outfits. Yeah.
Do you notice
They
the
look
uniforms get
great.
tighter and
They
tighter
dress
all,
very
you
well.
know,
I don't
like
think it's comfortable for them, but it sure looks
in
good.
baseball?
Right?
How do they run without ripping the seams on the back end there, you know? They're
Yeah.
so tight. I think these days they make it out of a
Spandex.
mix of cotton and lycra.
Probably. I'm
There's
sure
the
it's not
key.
comfortable. Maybe that's why they run, to just get rid of the pain or hope they chase it away. Well, am I allowed to ask questions, or what are you guys more just talking about the state of affairs current, or what are you?
No, we're doing full on questions. Yeah. That's what we're here for. Yeah. Question.
All right. I have, and it sounds like you use both the tools and your own intuition, and then just help raise the frequency through things. I'm not sure if I want to ask family dynamics or financial, so I'm going to let you guys decide whatever resonates most for you, because I'm anxiety.
Well, what do you want to know about financial? I'm getting
I know
something
I'm
on financial already. So what do you want to know about financial?
It's kind of complicated, but I've helped my son out a lot, and when I say a lot, it's a lot financially. He has a father who's my ex-husband, and I'm happily divorced from him, but he has, I know he's influenced by his dad, so I'm not concerned that my son's going to repay me the money that I've helped him with, but I'm praying that it's going to be speedy and rapid, because he and I want to purchase land together, I believe. So I'm not, he has a brain injury. He's recovering quite well from it, but he's had a lot of struggles through things. So, this is kind of all over the map on the question, but it's just, it's just looking to ensure that he's going to honor rapidly, and that he's recognizing that influences around him sometimes have their own agenda, I guess. Is that worded clearly enough?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Not.
No, it's hold on for a second. Hold on, Charlene. That's enough. That's enough, Charlene. Hold on. You don't need to go any further. We already pulled cards, and we're going to tell you what we see. As you were talking, everything you were saying is coming up in the cards. It's obvious. Okay, so.
Oh, nice. Ish.
Let me tell you what we're getting here. Okay, so and where Michelle had to run out there. 3 of Swords and the Tower card. Okay, so that's how Charlene was feeling about that, Michelle. Okay, and then I get the 6 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. 6 is success in numerology. And the 6 of Pentacles is, very clearly what you're talking about. In the card, there's a merchant, and he's holding a scales, and he's giving out alms to the poor. But, he's very carefully weighing what he's doing here. He's not, indiscriminately just handing, 20s or $100 bills out here. He's measuring down to the penny what he's able to do and what he's able to hand out. Okay, so this is talking about your situation. It's ultimately going to be successful. We got 2 6 cards in a row. Okay, you're already making slow, steady progress towards that. Simultaneously, both his health and recovery, as well as forward with the financial aspect and buying land and so forth. So, it's looking really, really good. Okay. And then we end up at the 4 of Wands, which is a card of celebration. Yeah. So, yes, this is going to work out.
Okay.
You just have to be, really careful with the financial aspect. And, going back to that 6 of Pentacles, you see the scales right there. Weigh everything very carefully. Michelle, what'd you get?
So I got the 9 of Pentacles, which indicates the financial aspect. And what I drew next with that is the the Emperor, which shows a contract being signed. And so what I'm seeing here is that you may have to have your son and yourself sign a contract, stating how much or when, and for the payment to come back at what intervals. And then the last card that I drew is the Two of Cups, which I see as a positive card. There are two of you, there are two hands, they're holding hands, you've got the cups together, and I see where that is showing a family reunion of sorts. This can be worked out. You just have to go back to that possible signing of a contract. And that's what I see.
Awesome. Hope that helped you out. And thanks for calling in, Charlotte.
Thank you.
Awesome. And then you'll have to call us back and let us know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And we can always pull, more cards then. Swinging back over to the chat, Jay Francis says U.S. adjacent. That cracked me up. Yes. We have a new person in the chat, Arjan, and says they're a new sub. So that's subscribing to the channel. Hey, folks.
Yay!
Subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and like our video. Thank you. It helps us a lot. And may I ask my questions? You don't have to ask a question. You just ask the question. You just type it in. So again, if you want something general, just type in, hey guys, please pull a card for me. And remember, the magic word is please. And then if you have a very specific question, you just type that in, will such and such happen, blah, 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 everything like that. So meanwhile, while they're typing in the question, Michelle.
Yes.
Back to football. So here's another thing. We're the only ones that call it football. And, just like we're the only ones that call football, real football, soccer.
Right.
Because in the entirety of the entire world, the number one sport is soccer, and it is everywhere. Yes. All through, Europe and the Middle East and Asia and South America and Africa and even here, but we call it soccer instead of football. Soccer. Because we already had football, so we couldn't call it football. So we call it soccer here, but everywhere else in the world, it's called football. Because why? Because they have a little ball and they kick it around with their feet. That is football.
Yes.
So the sport that we call football, if you pay attention to the majority of the game, what is actually football? American football is actually pass ball.
Yep.
It is not football. It is pass
ball. You're right.
Occasionally kickball, but not football.
Nope.
They may try to kick it into the goal. They may try to pass it so it can be run down to the ball. You can also call it run ball. So, in soccer, the real football, you can't touch the ball except for goalie with their hands. So that is true football because you only use your foot.
That's right.
American football is, either pass ball or run ball because you run
while you're holding it,
or I don't know, goal ball or something. I think pass ball is the best one. I think we should just call it pass ball.
Pass ball. Charlotte says pass ball sounds more like rugby.
Yes. And hey, if you look at rugby and you look at American football, it's basically, they have the same shaped ball, right?
Yep.
The only difference is that the Americans wear tons of layers of protection, whereas the rugby players run out there in their little skimpy shorts, which I like infinitely better, I gotta say.
Yep.
They look like real men out there. When people playing rugby look like real men.
Yes.
Whereas American pass ball, not so much. I mean, they got helmets on and everything, like they're driving a motorcycle at 200 miles an hour or something, and padding and shoulder pads, and really
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So folks, from now on, when you're talking to your friends, and if you really want to piss them off, especially if they're all excited about the Super Bowl, right?
Yes.
Start talking that way, like, I just don't know about watching pass ball this weekend. I don't know if I want to watch any pass ball. Dan says pigskin pass. Yeah. I love that too.
Oh, I like it.
Pigskin. It's like, it's oinker ball. Oinker ball?
Oinker ball.
Pig ball. Pig ball kind of fits.
Yeah.
I think we should just go with pass ball myself.
Pass ball. I like it.
And our new visitor Arjun says, thank you for confirming Charlotte. Okay.
Let's see.
So let's see. Okay, I wanted to ask that, will I clear my board exams with a great percentage? Oh, okay. So Arjan is taking some boards. So yeah, we can pull some cards on that. I don't know. It's like, so when people ask questions like that, I always want to go, did you study? It's like when they want us to pull cards. Will I ever get married? I don't know. Do you want to?
Right.
Have you gone out and met any guys? Or in the case of a guy, have you gone out and met any girls? Or other guys? Or girls meeting girls? Or, and non-binary. We have to throw it.
Non-binary. Yep.
It's very confusing. This was a lot easier back when I was growing up, and it was the 70s, and it was just free love. But we didn't talk about, who was what gender, and didn't matter.
No.
All that. Anyway, and what bathroom you were going to use. In Europe, they've solved this problem like many, 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 many decades ago, because everything is unisex.
Mm-hmm.
So, this whole thing about like, oh my God, using the correct bathrooms and everything. This is an American issue, United States issue. It's not a world issue. It's like,
no,
just use the unisex bathroom, or in the States, turn all the bathrooms into unisex bathrooms, and it solves all the problems. Okay. What are you getting for
okay.
Rajun?
So I got the 8 of Cups. Let's see if I can get this centered.
Oh, okay.
So
abundance.
8 is abundance. Let's see here. And your question is, are you going to clear your board exam with a great percentage? So right off the bat, I noticed that she has 4 cups in her hand and 4 cups that she is putting into what looks like a kiln. So that makes me, of course, want to ask, have you studied? Like Dax said, are you studying? Have you studied for your exams? Don't put all of your eggs, or in this example, all of your cups in one basket.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got the 6 of Pentacles. And the 6 does talk about success. And Pentacles is not always about finances. Pentacles is also about the materialistic world. It's also about, you yourself, your body, the physical nature. So success is out there. And I believe that you probably do have a good score, as long as you have done the work involved. And then the last card I got is the Empress, which I see has, as you can see, I don't know if you can see the card very well, but she's pregnant, which means there is fruition to come. So I do see where, yes, you probably are going to have pretty good grades off of this.
Interesting. So look at this. This is like one of the few times I've ever gotten these cards in this order like this. So the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords, and they're both, you know, moving off into the future. You know, as I have them laid down in front of me, it's going right. And typically we do left for the past and right for the future. So, you know, slow, steady progress. And, you know, using your mind, analytical choices, and you're moving, you know, slow, steady progress forward. I think that looks really, really good. And then I got the Ace of Pentacles. So, hey, literally you're going to ace it. Three of Wands, that's your ship coming in. Now, the one caveat is this Queen of Wands. And that's about, you know, Wands is fire energy, so following your passions. So I want to ask you, are you sure whatever you're doing, you know, and your exams and everything, you know, are you following a passion with this? I don't know. That's what hit me when that card came up, because I'm like, why is that card showing up, you know? And very interesting. Oh, and then lastly, I pulled a card specifically. Normally I pull a card for timing to see when something's going to happen. But of course, you know, they know when their exams are going to happen. But they were specifically asking what percentage, you know, am I going to get a high percentage? So I was like, what percentage are they going to get on their exams? And I got the Nine of Wands showed up. So two things with this. One is the Nine of Wands is about being prepared. You're all prepared. You're ready to go. And so if you're worried about any of that, don't worry about it. Okay. Because that'll actually mess you up, you know, overthinking it and like over studying and stuff. And it's a 9 card. So I'm going with 90%. Woo! So
Nice.
we will see what comes up. We will see what actually happens. Arjun, you're going to have to come back. Arjun. Oh my God. You could say that so many different ways.
Oh, yes.
Yes. You know what? I'm going to start. Like, if I can't pronounce the name, I'm just going to change it to something else. You know, like Arjun is going to become Artie. We're just going to call that
there we go.
Artie. You know, Soul's back there. Is it too late? Soul, you already asked the question, though. Only one question per person. Heidi Scott is popping in. Hi, everyone. Hi, Heidi. Is that your sister, Heidi?
It is.
Oh, hi, Heidi. How you doing? Yeah, we're at the end of the show, actually, though. We're at the end. So I just wanted to thank everybody for coming. We had a great time. You notice how these shows are getting funnier and funnier?
They are.
Oh, my God, just having way too much fun. And that's what it's about. It's all about, you know, it's entertainment. It's entertainment. And actually, there's, you know, various municipalities where you have to label yourself if you're doing cards or something as entertainment. So in the places, jurisdictions where required, this is for entertainment only. But yeah, we try to have a good time and have fun, because now it's all about hanging out in the cafe.
Yes.
Hanging out in the cafe. Heidi says she's doing great. Soul says, I'll rewind. Oh, see, another person that missed the reading. You missed it. Yeah, she literally just did that. Michelle. So it's let's see, 1 hour 44 minutes. So go back to 1 hour 30 minutes and then go forward. Okay. Thanks, Catherine. Thanks for being here. That was a lot of fun having you. And I'm going to be getting out your January wrap-up video.
Yay.
So everybody look for that. And by the way, you can go over and join Catherine's group, Compassionate Light, at the Psychic Cafe, psychic.cafe. And if you want to book a private session, I should have been doing this all throughout the show, but I keep forgetting. Anyway, over here, psychic.cafe/Dax, psychiccafe/Michelle. That's our pages. And when you join the website, you'll be able to message us because you'll get the message icon, the little, like an envelope. Another way you can do it is top of any page, you'll see your avatar. Just click on that and you'll get, on a phone, you'll get the full things, including the message button. On a laptop, you just click and, I think it's actually already up there when you, let me go over on a laptop. The message icon is up there in the upper right corner next to your picture. And you can click on that, and then you can click on, it'll give you a drop down, and it'll have all your messages, and you can click on new message and start typing in Dax or typing in Michelle, and our names will pop up, and you choose us, and then you can write a message directly to us. So go sign up for the site, and then you can, request a mini reading with us, stuff like that. You can also get numerology reports. Michelle does numerology. I do numerology. We got to talk more numbers on the show.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that next time. When are you coming back on?
I don't know. Couple of days.
Okay. In a couple of days or the beginning of next week or what have you. It's Monday.
Yeah, whenever.
So I'm doing a show all week. I think the only day we are not going to have a show is Thursday, the 1st of February.
Okay.
And that's because it's one of my best friend's birthdays.
Oh.
And so we're going to go hang out. One of the people that I've known the longest in my life, and we were born in the same year and everything like that. Only he's turning ancient a few months before I turn ancient in June,
I have my untwin twin sister. She has different parents, and she was born in a different state. She was born 6 months before me, but she's my twin sister.
Okay.
So we're untwin twins because we are totally the same person, totally different people. Yep.
That's hilarious.
She's my BFF. So, yep. Untwin
awesome.
twin.
So I was going to suggest Thursday, but I don't think I'm doing a show on Thursday because I'll be out and about. But maybe Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday works for me.
Yeah, we can hang out again. And I got to see when Ellie wants to come back on. Maybe she'll want to come on tomorrow. I don't know. Ooh. Otherwise, I'll be flying solo tomorrow. And
cool.
Yeah, we'll see you all tomorrow. I had a great time. I always have a great time.
Me too.
On the shows. Yep. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
We'll be back tomorrow. Yay.